Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Dozens of people wearing bright red gathered on Parliament Hill on Tuesday afternoon for a vigil to mark Red Dress Day, honoring missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and two-spirited people, MAW 20. The event was led by Bridget Tolley, founder of Families of Sisters in Spirit, whose mother was killed in 2001. Tolley expressed deep frustration, stating she has been advocating for action for 25 years and lamenting the lack of progress. Her 16-year-old nephew Caden also spoke, emphasizing the responsibility to remember and to stand up for what is right. This year marks 7 years since the launch of the national inquiry into MMIWG and 5 years since its 231 calls to action were released. Melanie Omeniho, president of Les Femmes Massif Otipmasi Wak, highlighted that the inquiry's findings, which showed Indigenous women are 12 times more likely to go missing or be murdered, seem to have vanished into thin air. The Chiefs of Ontario also voiced urgent concern over critical federal funding for MMIWG initiatives set to lapse without renewal. This news comes from the Canadian Press. Global News reports that Canada's international student enrollment has dwindled to early COVID-19 pandemic levels following federal immigration cuts and caps on student visas. Statistics Canada's preliminary data reveals that after an eightfold increase between 2003, 2004, and 2023, 2004, and 2023, 2024, numbers fell by one-third after the January 2024 cap. Specifically, full-time international students in public post-secondary institutions decreased 4% for the 2024-2025 academic year and a significant 26% in 2025-2026, effectively returning to 2021-2022 levels. College enrollment saw a sharp 40% drop in 2025-2026, while university enrollment decreased 17% to pre-pandemic 2019-2020 levels. Ontario, which previously hosted 6 out of 10 international students, experienced the steepest decline. These measures, introduced by the Justin Trudeau government and extended by the Mark Carney government, aim to reduce temporary residents to under 5% of the total population by the end of 2027. A Quebec man, Pierre Né Saint-Amandade, who was found not criminally responsible for driving a bus into a Montreal area daycare in 2023, resulting in the deaths of 2 children and injuries to 6 others, is now appealing his high-risk offender designation. The Quebec Superior Court judge Eric Downs had labeled Nate Saint-Amandade high-risk offender in March 2025. His legal team filed the appeal on April 15th, arguing that labeling individuals deemed not criminally responsible as high-risk offenders is unconstitutional and infringes upon their charter rights. They further contend that the restrictions associated with this designation hinder an individual's rehabilitation and successful reintegration into society. Nye Saint-Amand, who is currently detained at Montreal's Philippe Pinel Psychiatric Hospital, is reportedly willing to adhere to all recommended medical treatment following his 2023 psychosis and has demonstrated remorse. This report is from the Canadian Press. According to CTV News, a motorcycle rider has died following a collision in Toronto's Roncesvalles Village neighborhood on Tuesday afternoon. The 2-vehicle crash occurred near the intersection of Roncesvalles and Howard Park Avenues at approximately 4:10 p.m. Emergency services responded to the scene, where the motorcycle rider was found trapped underneath one of the vehicles involved. After being successfully extricated by rescue personnel, the rider was immediately transported to a local hospital. Sadly, despite medical efforts, the individual was later pronounced dead. Police are currently investigating the incident to determine the full circumstances surrounding the collision. As a result of the ongoing investigation and scene clear-up, Howard Park Avenue is presently closed at Dundas Street, and authorities are advising drivers to seek alternative routes to avoid the area. 3 men from Toronto have been arrested and charged as part of an internet luring investigation. According to Toronto police, the individuals allegedly used a social media platform to arrange a meeting with a child for this container. The investigation involved collaboration with the Ontario Provincial Police's Child Sexual Exploitation Unit. The accused are Zachary Plamondon, 37, who faces charges of luring a person under 18 and 2 counts of luring a person under 16. With a court date set for June 19th, Nicholas Ducanandon, 42, and Ju Young Lee, 20, both from Toronto, are charged with making sexually explicit material available to a person under 16 and 2 counts of luring a person under 16. Ducanandon's court appearance is scheduled for June 23 and Lee's for June 24th. This news is from City News Everywhere. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.